Welcome to Weird True Facts and Stories. Picture this. It's 1948, the war's over, and some genius in the Idaho wilderness looks at a bunch of pissed-off beavers wrecking farms and thinks, you know what, let's shove them out of an airplane. Wait, what? Yeah, you heard that right. Not once, not twice, 76 times. And it wasn't some prank. It was a full-on government-backed eco-mission that actually worked. But stick with me, because the second story, that's the one that still keeps me up at night. Let's rewind a bit. Right after World War II, the little resort town of McCall, Idaho, up near Payette Lake, was booming. Tourists, new homes, orchards popping up everywhere. Problem was, the local beaver population had exploded. These furry engineers were damming streams left and right, flooding fields, chewing up irrigation pipes, and basically turning prime farmland into swamps. Idaho Fish and Game was like, we gotta move them. But the destination? The remote Chamberlain Basin, deep in the Frank Church River of no-return wilderness, one of the biggest roadless areas in the lower 48. No roads, steep mountains, dense forest. Traditional relocation was a nightmare. They'd trap the beavers, cram two into a wooden box with air holes, strap it to a pack horse or mule for days of bumpy, dusty trails. Beavers hate that. They'd thrash, spray that nasty castoreum musk everywhere, spook the animals, overheat in the sun. Older ones got mean as hell. A lot didn't survive the trip. One game warden, Elmo W. Heder, had enough. He was a pilot, a problem solver, and he remembered all those surplus World War II parachutes sitting in warehouses. Why not airdrop them? Faster, cheaper, way less stress on the animals. His bosses thought he was nuts at first, but he proved it with tests. First, dummy weights. Perfect. Then came the star of the show, an old, tough-as-nails male beaver they nicknamed Geronimo. Poor guy got dropped again and again from a plane flying 150 to 200 meters up, right over a grassy field near the base. Heder wrote about it later in a wildlife journal. Satisfactory experiments with dummy weights having been completed. One old male beaver, whom we fondly named Geronimo, was dropped again and again on the flying field. Each time he scrambled out of the box, someone was on hand to pick him up. Poor fellow. He finally became resigned, and as soon as we approached him, would crawl back into his box ready to go aloft again. Can you imagine? This grizzled beaver just accepting his fate like a little skydiving pro. He'd pop out, shake it off, and climb right back in for round whatever. Legend. By fall of 1948, they were ready. They rigged up special hinged wooden crates. 2 beavers per box, usually 1 older male, and 3 young females to kickstart colonies. The chutes were military surplus, strong enough to open fast but gentle on landing. They loaded them into a small Beechcraft plane and flew low over these perfect little meadows dotted with streams in the basin. Out the door they went, parachutes blooming like giant white flowers against the blue Idaho sky. The boxes hit the ground, the lids popped open on impact, and out scrambled these wide-eyed beavers, probably thinking, what the hell just happened? 76 beavers total. 75 made it. Only 1 casualty. A lid came loose mid-drop, the beaver climbed on top, and, well, 75 feet up, gravity won. But the rest? Absolute heroes. Within a year, they were building dams, lodges, storing winter food. Wetlands bloomed, fish returned, birds nested. The whole ecosystem in that massive wilderness got a second chance because of one guy's parachute brainstorm. Cost? About $30 for 4 beavers, half if they returned the chutes. Geronimo himself got priority on the first flight with his own little harem. Heder said the old guy stayed in his box a while after landing, letting the ladies scout, but reports came back. Colony thriving. Man, it's the kind of story that makes you grin. Human ingenuity saving nature with the craziest workaround ever. But the second one, oh boy, that's when things get dark, twisted, and straight up apocalyptic. Because right around the same time frame, another wild idea was cooking in the labs of World War II America. Same era of throw stuff from planes and see what happens. Only this time, it wasn't beavers building dams. It was bats, starting fires. Picture a Pennsylvania dentist named Dr. Little Doc Adams. Quirky inventor type, always tinkering. Back in 1942, just months after Pearl Harbor, he's visiting the massive bat caves at Carlsbad Caverns in New Mexico. Millions of Mexican free-tailed bats pouring out at dusk like a living black cloud, and bam, light bulb moment. He thinks, those millions of bats. What if we strapped tiny incendiary bombs to them and dropped the whole lot over Japanese cities? The idea. Planes haul casings packed with 1,000 hibernating bats each, parachute them down to 4,000 feet, pop the sides open, and the bats wake up, scatter, and roost in the wooden eaves and attics of Tokyo or wherever. Tiny timed fuses ignite, napalm flares up, and boom, thousands of little fires everywhere. Devastating, cheap, and impossible to defend against. Adams figured 1 million bats could start 4,800 separate fires, 12 times more effective than regular incendiary bombs. He writes a letter straight to President Roosevelt. FDR actually replies in a memo. This man is not a nut. It sounds like a perfectly wild idea, but is worth looking into. Green light. The Army Air Force funds it, Project X-Ray. Adams assembles this ragtag dream team, a mammalogist from the LA Museum, a movie actor pilot, an ex-gangster, a lobster fisherman turned Marine, even a couple of high school kids from the lab. Harvard chemist Dr. Theodore Fieser, the guy who invented napalm, joins in. They catch tens of thousands of bats from Texas and New Mexico caves, gray-furred, tough little survivors that could fly 50 miles a night. The tech was insane. They'd chill the bats to hibernation so they wouldn't wake mid-flight. Glue a tiny H2 napalm capsule, about the size of your forefinger, to each one's chest with a short timed fuse. Pack them into 5-foot metal tubes holding 1,040 bats in 26 round trays like eggs in a crate. Drop the whole thing from a plane, chute deploys, sides blow off at the right altitude, and out they swarm. Tests at Muroc Lake in California were wild. Dummy bombs first, some bats didn't wake up and just splatted. Others flew off fine, then live tests. One accidental release of just 6 armed bats at a Carlsbad auxiliary field. They roosted in the rafters and torched the whole damn base. Proved the concept, but oops, friendly fire on American soil. Later at Dugway Proving Ground in Utah, they built a full-scale mock Japanese village out of bamboo and paper. Dropped the bat bombs, fires everywhere, total success. The team was hyped. 2 years in, $2 million spent. Production ramped up for 1 million incendiaries ready by May 1944. But here's the gut punch. The atomic bomb project at Los Alamos was racing ahead. One general even mixed up the 2 secret programs in a meeting. Adams came back from Washington scratching his head. Some general I met regarding appropriations confused our secret project with another secret project. It's the silliest nonsense you ever heard of. By late 1944, the Navy, who'd taken over from the Air Force, canceled Project X-Ray. Why drop 1 million flaming bats when you could drop one bomb that ends the war? The bats never saw combat. The team scattered. One high school kid, Jack Cuffer, grew up to write a book about it years later and became a Hollywood cinematographer. Adams went back to inventing weird stuff like aerial grass seeding pellets. Think about that for a second. 2 ideas born from the same wild 1940s mindset. Hey, animals from plains, problem solved. One saved a wilderness. The other could have turned cities into infernos. Both real, both buried in old government files until somebody dug them up. Mind-blowing, right? If these facts blew your mind, smash that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications. We drop fresh, weird, true facts every single day. Which one shocked you the most? The skydiving beavers or the bat bombs? Let me know in the comments below.